Hello, this is L.A. Hepburn's organization tutorial. For this video, we are going to organize your computer to organize your life. In the beginning, we're going to split up the files by year, 2018 and 2019. When we click on the 2019 folder, what we're going to see is every single subject that we've taken throughout the year. Specifically, we are going to focus on digital design. When we click on this folder, it takes us to all the projects we've done over the course of the year. It specifies the kind of project, the number of the project, and the year it was completed. Now going to our fishing projects, we can see how it further subdivides into our components needing to be completed. Our apps, charts, logo, people, and social media. Anything that we need to specifically make to a final outcome. For our editable file, it is split up into two main sections, Illustrator and Photoshop. Generally anything that we can actually edit to create a final outcome. Our images used file is composed of any images that might come into contact with anything we might want to edit because it can be deleted or misused. Our images created is everything that's final PNGs that we'll use further on and later in the program. Essentially, our filing system works like a tree. It goes from the main trunk of the tree, splits off into the branches and the fine little feelers of the actual leaves. Next, we are going to move on to the online version of Clutter, essentially the email. I'm going to be focusing on Gmail and having labels for each section that I think, or you might think, would be relevant. We're going to start off with the danger email, create a new label and call it attention required. These are the kind of emails that we know we have to read again or that we know we have to reply to, but we're putting it off to the point where we actually have to label them. So we're going to end up labeling this label red. It's the color all brands use to catch attention, and it's the color we're going to use for our attention label. It's not necessarily a label that can be only stuck to one email. We can apply it to multiple emails by clicking them and adding the tag. Once we deselect them, we can go to our attention required label under categories. If it doesn't show up at first, reload the page. It might take a while, but we will definitely see the outcomes of our efforts. There we go. Every single file that was under attention required has now been selected and segmented right there for you to read and pay attention to. Next, we are going to go to our complete label. So this label is for the people who forget to delete the emails they've already read and the emails that aren't relevant to them anymore. It just creates an easy access point where we can select everything that we might need and have it there. So we're gonna put these labels as green, as in go to the trash bin now. We don't need them anymore. We're gonna select them all and label them as complete. And now for our third and final label, the waiting for response label. We apply this to emails that we have responded to and we are now waiting for that response. This label is generally categorized as one of the most frustrating and waiting labels. So what we're going to do is we are going to segment this label and colorize it into the color of the stop sign that all cars wait for, orange. This can then be applied to as many emails as you want as you wait for this progression of sending and responding and the pause effect that orange gives you. Now for our third and final section, we are moving on to a button that not many people know about or are familiar with, the snooze button. It essentially looks like a clock, and what you do is you click it and you can resend an email to yourself within the next day, the next week, or the weekend, or any date you pick. Okay, that's it for my organization of the computer. Thanks for watching. This has been L.A. Hepburn's.